Okay.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. Reconnection successful. OBS. Hello? We back? Hold on. Are we back? We
We
back.
back. People
Okay.
are saying we back.
Woo! Okay, that was scary there for a second. Okay, stream now. Uh-oh, panic.
None on left
Okay,
fielders there.
we're back. We're so back. Okay, good. Okay. Slight panic, but it's fine. Okay, so Walker's pick. Walker's have a pick. They're still there in the second round, so he gets who he wanted, and that will be Vihan Knight, shortstop.
Knight had some amazing performances within the sim.
A bit slow for my taste as a shortstop, but still a pretty good overall player. Noodle arm as well at shortstop, so maybe this is a DH player or something, maybe, because Noodle arm, I think, in a sim situation is probably the worst one to have, but something to work around with there. All right, we go to the high rollers, who have been sniped a couple of times, it seems. Going to be a stretch here for the Epic Conference. High Roller Stingers, Serpents all in a row. Where? Boy is typing. Oh. I think are trying to trade back into the second round. Just as quickly as they traded down from 12 to 19, they want another pick here in the second round. But it's really hard trying to fit with my chemistry. I have it perfect right now, but so just a slight pause here, trying to make a trade go through, and we'll post these trades later on just to have the record of. Just been one or two so far, so two. See?
Am I dead? Can you hear
No,
me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh no,
Let's see.
apparently the Dragon's internet went down right there in the
Yep,
top of the
that's
second
bad.
round. That stinks.
Yep. I think they got some time till they make a pick, unless they're trying to trade.
So do we have a trade between you and the High Rollers, or?
I offered it. We'll see if it works.
There's typing from Donut Boy.
He hasn't confirmed it with me, but I guess it's a trade. I made the offer, so if he takes it, deal.
All right, doesn't look like they want to trade. They submitted a player.
Okay.
Is going to be Charlie Merritt.
Good player.
Merritt, first baseman. All right, that takes us back to the Stingers.
Who has the Stingers?
It is Jack the Lad.
I could deal with Jack. Let's see if he wants some surplus. Jack. If Jack doesn't, I can offer you season 13 third and deal. Sweet, I'll take that trade. Making a trade. Like to make some trades.
Okay. Got this. Here. Waiting confirmation from the Stingers. A lot of people seem to really like that Merritt pick.
It was a great pick.
34,
sure.
67, 67, 59, 28. Outside pitch, but injury prone.
Injury prone. A great first base prototype. It's an A-rated player getting here at the A- rated player here at the end of the second round. It's Stingers.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, confirmed. He confirmed it. So yeah, go ahead and swap those picks. So, sorry, was sidetracked. Let's see. So the Mythic get round 2, pick 22, in exchange for an S13 third and pick 319. So do the Mythic have a pick in here just yet?
Yep,
we do. It. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to bounce a handful of things here.
Million things floating around.
And it's going to be Malachi Weaver here for the Mythic. Tell me what he is. I don't.
Pitcher. Sorry.
A pitcher. Okay. And that takes us to the Serpents. So tell us about Malachi Weaver.
Yeah, absolutely. Malachi Weaver, I love what he has working. I'm going to have to invest some in his accuracy. Only a 38 accuracy, terrible. However, the 74 velocity, 72 junk, and pick officer is going to give a little bit of juice to that and give me reason to want to maybe throw a 10 camp at Weaver. catch up to here.
See what the Serpents have done. Pick is in. It's going to be Lane Prawley. First baseman, outfielder. Right?
Another one of those whatchamacallits. Another one of those picks where that is going to be a first baseman, but they are an A- rated player, and I believe that's the last one of the draft.
Okay, so set the clock. The Express are on the clock here at the end of the second round. So, once again, didn't send in a draft board. They did kind of pop up again. I think they had something pop up. So, they submitted someone who they thought they could pick with that first pick, but I told them we had already picked someone for them. But that player is still available. I'm thinking I will just go with that if they don't pop up here. That seems reasonable.
Yep. I think I just somehow managed to do that. I think I just made my chemistries work out. Shockingly.
It's time.
There are a ton of DHs on the board if somebody really wants one, but I mean it's a tough sell.
I'm trying to make a trade, so that's in and
You're all
out.
good.
A timer about to run out on the Express, so I'm just going to get who they put in their chat from early. Let's run. Pick for the Express at the end of the second round is going to be Avenue Shepherd.
Avenue Shepherd, definitely a fall in terms of overall rating. However, Avenue Shepherd is a B-rated player, so this is about where you'd expect them to go.
And that's a pretty solid overall player. The wild thrower does hurt for being a shortstop, but
that's a very
that is a position of need for the Express. I remember they had I can't remember what their name was, but they had someone come in that was just absolutely terrible. Like just, I mean, would make a Ryzen look like average, honestly. So that is a good piece, if not for anything more than just depth for Express.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna shift things here to the top of the third round, and I don't adjust the screen at all. You can still see it in the shot. All right, like I'm. So we go to Liberty. Let's check the channel here. Pick is in. All right, and we are going with pitching here. It is going to be Benjamin Landry. Double positive traits there. Benjamin Landry, the first pick for the Liberty here in the draft. I think that's probably one of the better pitchers you'll get here at the end. 183 overall, but the dual positive traits is really nice. You have a trade here. Hold on. Ah! Step on me. Fifth. Okay. Go to the Moonshots who are on the clock. Okay, Shag, will you please reflect this following trade?
Okay.
The Quacks will receive pick 51 from the Liberty in exchange for pick number 62 and a season 12 third from the Quacks.
Okay, so
Give you channel here. It just gets sniped. So they got what to do.
So 48, 49, 50, 51. That pick. Quacks. And then 62 to the Liberty.
All right. Pick is in for the Moonshots.
Wow.
This is okay. It's going to be Caleb Shipwreck for the Moonshots.
Quacks get
Caleb
Quacks, Liberty. Liberty. Quacks.
Okay, so the Quacks are on the board. Let's get this timer going.
And then the Liberty get the Quacks. Season 12, third. Liberty have 8 picks, I believe.
Are accumulating quite a few.
In next year's draft, yep, it looks like they will have 8 picks as of now. So definitely made the most of that 3rd overall pick. They will now have 3 first overall picks, 3 first round picks, 2 second round picks, and 3 third round picks. They're saying stream's buffering a bit.
Stream is buffering. Everything looks fine to me.
Nobody said bad lag on my end. Never mind.
Okay. So, okay. Sorry, my
Puppet,
head's still spinning a bit. Okay.
I love your cat watching the stream, Puppet.
Alright, so we've got a pick in for Wax. Herpy Curtis.
Curtis. Yeah,
Don't know
I've
who that is.
pitcher
Oh, it's a
from the
pitcher.
Southwest team. Scholarly. It's not a bad pick, believe it or not.
Where are they? I don't see them. What row are they?
Row 47.
47. Okay, so they're a bit further down. Another dual trait pick, so that makes sense.
Composed and elite sliders for the scholarly with a 67 accuracy. That'll play up a little bit for sure.
Okay, we got the high rollers coming up here. Nut boy are up. Too many tabs open, I'm losing my mind.
I know, I am too. I have a billion tabs going. And this is going to be... Is that gonna be that? Did I just do it? Holy shit, I did it.
Hey, oh yeah, my stream. Okay, oh god, my OBS is almost dead. Okay. What is happening? Why is my internet poo-pooing? Okay, yeah, it's really, really bad.
Okay. We need intermission.
Oh, well, no, it's back up. Okay, I don't know what's happening.
Don't think I need that.
Okay. So the high rollers are going to pick Judd Longstop.
He showed up a couple times within that stream, I do believe.
And who? Left fielder.
With 34.
Snipe.
Yep. Am I missing anybody?
Oh, that's a good.
So, 48, 9, 50.
There. Those.
20.
Okay. Okay, so Judd Longstop, wrong feelers are up. And going with the best bat.
50. 50. 50. Herpy and Judd.
Okay.
I have a bat stat that I can use where it's just contact and
looks like Aiden McGuire or Adrian Vasquez. Adrian Vasquez is
McGuire's way down there.
Vasquez is 8377. That's a pretty strong
It's
bat.
Vasquez, but it is. The funny thing is it has a whiffer.
Yeah, that is true, but just from a sheer bat stat, I think they are the best player overall with the best bat overall. So you're going to go.
Yep, I'd go with that too. It's either that or Legend Blackwell. That's what I got. It's if we're gonna consider traits, first pitch slayer stimulated over whiffer and utility would potentially make that a better bat. I think Vasquez is the better bat. Whiffer sucks, but
Yeah,
it's
going to be Vasquez.
Okay.
Sorry.
Shipwreck got picked correct. Yeah.
Vasquez. ARIADZQ. Adrian Vasquez, center field.
Judd Longstop, Herpy Curtis. No, there's Herpy.
All right, we're getting down to it really here.
So how is how is free agency gonna work? Is it just as soon as this draft ends, it opens? Does it open tomorrow? How does that?
Good question. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it will be based off of this list, and I guess technically we still have.
I mean, it'd be also anyone who gets released.
Whoever got released, and then like any existing free agents that weren't selected from last year, but I guess those are still technically last year's players. So, I mean, they'd be available, but people probably would prefer to have the new players. But I don't have a list of those offhand.
So are we making people submit their drops for? I mean, I think that would probably be.
So actually, that was one of the things I wanted to bring up here. I think what we'll do is, and I think we'll probably encapsulate it with free agency. We're just going to have, like, basically we'll give teams a week to finalize their rosters, and that includes signing their draft picks and signing draft picks, releasing the players to make room for them, and then we can also encapsulate FA into there.
Okay. So would FA take place after, or would it take place or after all the drops? That way people can take their picking.
I think we can keep it at the same time, just to make it one big thing, and then makes it easier. We don't have to stagger anything.
Okay. And would it just be like I drop this player, this player, this player, and would like to sign this player in free agency? Would that be works?
Potentially. We can flush it out afterwards. Too many inputs right now.
Pandora, I don't disagree. FA shouldn't start till after all the drops. Why wouldn't I just wait to release then so people can't get good players? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well maybe we can talk about it in the Discord and see how people want to do things. If we want to do it where we stagger draft drops first, have a roster, then we see what FAs, and then we can. Okay, back to actual drafting. We got the Astros on the clock. They said they were wanting to make a pick, so it's time for them to make said pick.
Where are we at in this draft here? How far down are we? We're in the last round here. Next year's draft is going to be very interesting.
Oh yeah, with got 3 or 4 teams with a ton of picks in those drafts specifically.
So wrong fielders, walkers, unicorns haven't done anything with next year. Storm picked up the Mythic second round. Stingers haven't done anything. Sonics picked up Mythic first and third next year.
All
Skulls.
Right. Pick is in here for the Astros. Is Elena Anubis, pitcher. So kind of looks like as you get here to the kind of the back end of the pitchers, people are just finding like the dual positive trait pitchers.
Correct. Seems to be.
And that makes sense, try to get your best foot forward on these guys because, I mean, 162 overall isn't the biggest pusher, but getting K collector and elite forcing fastball is a pretty good grab.
For sure.
One of the things is going to be interesting because they're still, Victor Hamilton is still on the board at 196 overall.
However, surrounded and Wild Thing combined
double
with a
negative and bad accuracy, so
that's a nightmare in any stream.
Okay, so got the Astros in. It now goes to the Lumberjacks. They're now on the clock. So we just trickle over 2 hours on the stream. 9 o'clock Central Time. And my internet is taking a beating.
Did you get the alarm stuff yet? Oh my god. Yeah, not yet. Thank you. Yes, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now.
Let me send them a ping in case my internet is fully taken up. Oh, there's been a trade, actually. All right. Okay, so the Quacks send their season 12 second rounder in exchange here for the 7th pick here in the 3rd round from the Lumberjacks. So Quacks are on the clock.
Sorry, I missed that. Did we just get another trade?
Yes, we did. So Quacks will get the pick here from the Lumberjacks in exchange for the Quacks season 12 second rounder.
So is it Lumberjacks 3rd?
Yes, Lumberjacks 3rd.
This one belong to them?
No, probably not, because Lumberjacks made it to like the conference finals, so I'm not sure immediately that came from.
That's Storms.
Okay.
Is it? No, because that was lottery. So who do the Lumberjacks 7th? Let's see here, Jack. Lumberjacks had Storm. Did Storm just stay at 7? I guess they did. So Storm 3rd to the Quacks.
The Quacks season 12 second to the Lumberjacks.
And the Quacks are quickly selling out of last year. Or out of next year, excuse me. They still have their 1st round, though, so. And this is only half of it. Now that we have a trade deadline, I expect there to be more sellers and buyers.
Waiting on the Quacks here. Oh, pick is in. It's going to be Mitch Rillo, third baseman. Another impressive bat there for the Quacks. Let's see. CH. All right, the Sonics are on the clock. Set the clock here. People are finding some value here late in the draft, trying to trade back in for some pieces to kind of help their team along. The position players have come back with the vengeance. The last 12 picks in the second round, 10 of them were position players. The Knights and the Mythic picking pitchers. And we've had 3 pitchers at the top here. The third, then a pitcher there to the Astros. All right, pick is in. Let's see. Ashton Brock. I really like that pick for the Sonics. That was one of my diamonds in the rough here late. A massive bat, switch hitting bat, 53-91, 80 speed there. Another third baseman for the Sonics. They've got a couple of guys that they can try out this season at the hot corner. Brock maybe not going to do there defensively, but that is a great bat to have. All right, then we go to the Monstars for their final pick.
There surely are some still serviceable pieces I'm seeing on the board here.
Yes, there are.
There's also a very good player on the board. Still, his rating isn't good, but he's a defensive wizard.
All right, let's see. All right, pick is in. And let's see. Is Akai Buckley. I don't know what that is.
Buckley, I believe, is a batter. I had him highlighted for a potential free agent signing target. Really good pickup. B-rated player. It's going to be row.
Pinch perfect base rounder. Okay, I can see.
Yep.
Left fielder.
Not going to do much for you in the field. Good DH bat.
Okay.
Specifically, I'd keep that as like a backup. Like a bench piece coming in with that pinch perfect is going to be an awesome little pinch hitter to work with.
Then we go to Area 51.
We got Area 51 on the clock, it looks like.
Indeed, we do. Pick is in, and it's going to be Legend Blackwell.
I believe that's the best available bat. Blackwell, a left fielder.
Okay, there he is. Row 50, lefty, 57, 96, 55, right fielder. All right, and we jump to the Diamond Jacks. See what they want to do. Give Kwashi a ping there. Let the Diamond Jacks know.
So talk to me, Whitney.
Yeah.
Victor Hamilton, 65 overall. We already talked on him briefly. You know, the second best rated or second best overall player available by stats. Does Victor Hamilton find a team this year, even through free agency with Surrounded and Wild Thing? Because the velocity and junk is there.
Yeah, it
but
is.
Just not having accuracy, and then those two negative traits are
I mean,
probably two of the worst negative traits.
all right. Well, the question has been answered.
Wow.
The Diamond Jacks are going to go Victor Hamilton.
That'll be interesting
Alrighty.
to see what they do. I feel like you got to get rid of a negative trait there.
Yeah, but I mean, even I think with double negative traits at 192, you're still better than 100 overall.
That's true. Might even be better suited to throw that 39 or throw 10 at the accuracy.
All right, so we go to the Storm. The Storm have a board. Okay. So 2 at 312, an outfield player that has a strong arm rate and or 85 above arm, and the chemistry I went is discipline. So I mean, I don't know if there's going to be
Corey Alvarez. Is Corey Alvarez still on the board?
Yeah. So that is a strong arm utility. Wow.
Could also go Prince, but that's not the outfielder.
Oh.
I like Corey Alvarez.
237 utility. Those are close. The bat is pretty much the same. The bat actually gives in speed, healing. But what about trait? I went discipline. Okay, that fills it. Corey Alvarez for the Storm.
Mm-hmm. Prince is good, just no power, no. And then I think having the secondary as a first base really handicaps Corbin Prince.
Center fielder.
If you put an outfield secondary onto Corbin Prince, I mean that's a pretty good defensive replacement.
Okay, so we're going back here to Area 51. on the clock.
Another thing to request, if you guys are listening in, we'll do it if nobody else does. But if you can input your own players into the roster sheet, I think that would go a long way for everybody. Um, if push comes to shove, I think there are a handful of people who can get it done. If you absolutely can't, but if you can update your own roster sheet, I think that's kind of been the goal of this season. Is if everybody pitches in just a little bit, everything's going to run smoother. So if you can put in your own team stats, I think that's good. And there's no really advantage to like fudging any numbers. So if because you don't have it in the game, they'll just make the trade over from the prospect team to your team. But again, if you can input your players into your team roster sheet, I think it drastically helps everybody out.
All right, the Area 51 is going with Narciso Peterson.
Peterson, pitcher, correct? Best overall rated pitcher, 76 velocity, 48 junk, 62 accuracy. Spirited, no trait, but a 186 pitcher, three pitch mix with a left, 4 fastball and a 2 fastball. So it kind of helps put that junk as not so much important. They're going to be a lot more fastball heavy.
All right, and there has been a trade here at 314. Da, da, da. I'm involved with it. Second.
No worries. Those are mine. They're mine. Yeah, they're mine.
All right, so for pick 62 here, Bombers are on the clock. And exchange give the Liberty the season 12 third rounder from the Monstars and the season 13 third rounder from the Bombers.
Okay. Let's see here.
And with this pick, the Bombers are going to select Carter Lopez.
Carter Lopez. Is that a batter?
Yes, it is a catcher.
Catcher Carter Lopez. I mean, that's just very simple, solid catcher.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they lasted this long. That's just a really, really solid catcher to have. And they'll honestly be a backup, but that's still a good bat to have. It's a good backup catcher to have. It just fills a hole we need on the Bombers roster to have a backup catcher after we send out our backup catcher in a trade earlier in the offseason.
Yep. Yep. Very doesn't excel at anything, doesn't suck at anything.
I really wanted a switch hitter on the roster, and I really like the one the Sonics grabbed. Ashton Brock, I feel like, is honestly going to be a really good switch hitter at 53, 91, 80. I'm really happy in grabbing Lopez. I've just got to figure out a way to get the chemistries to work now. There's still another switch hitter on the board that I still think could be very good. We'll see um, what happens later on. Thank you for being patient. I was trying for like the past 20 minutes to get back in to just get that guy.
I think I see the one you're talking about.
Okay, and
Not bad call.
we
Very versatile though.
moving right along. The Cyclones are back on the board.
Ooh, that one's more versatile. I like that one better.
Yeah, I bet we've only just kind of brushed the top of the very top of chemistry trades. There's going to be a ton of people swapping chemistries to make things work.
Yep, I agree with that.
But just to make sure, so kind of what we talked about earlier, we think it's better to have maybe a period just for getting a roster set from the draft picks and forcing people to release people to get a 22-man roster strictly after the draft, and then only after that is when we open up free agency to have people select players.
I would agree with that. Would
Okay.
it be? This is a timeline. Again coming up with it in my head right now. Would it be feasible to have everybody have their players signed and dropped players dropped by like say Thursday night, and then we can take Friday, Saturday, Sunday to take all of those dropped players and the undrafted players, put them into a free agency sheet, and open up free agency on
On the
Monday
weekend.
at like on I was gonna say Monday, but yeah, we could do it. We could open it up at like Sunday at noon or
I,
something
I,
like
I
that.
think that kind of sounds like a decent idea.
What does everybody else think in terms of it?
All
I'd
right.
even say Wednesday night. Yeah, I mean, I'd say if you can get it in by Wednesday night, and then
Pick is in. The Cyclones are going Marco Burgess, a pitcher, 60, 47, 76.
we just send our picks cuts whenever. Yeah, so Frog, you'll just basically say in your team chat, like you'll take whoever you drafted, and you'll just be like signed this player that I drafted. For me, I'd be like I sign Ding Hale,
Yes.
sign Emerson Ahmed, sign Finn Hammerhead, sign um, Malachi Weaver, and then I'd go cut Edward Rose, cut Hefty Power Slide, cut Garrett Aguirre,
Yes. It,
and
it
then I'd
can look
cut.
something like this of what I've just put in the
Yeah,
Twitch chat.
exactly.
And you can go one by one, or you can submit a sign list, a drop list, just however you see fit. As long as we get rosters to 22, that is good. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm holding up the works here. The Knights are up. Okay, so the
Yes.
Knights have double dipped in pitching. We just had Marco Burgess go. Let's see what the Knights can. Knights might actually been. They've got a backup catcher, but it's a secondary catcher. What's the worst
The
overall
Knights catcher.
bat rate? And they're pretty good on position for. I'm not sure if the value's there in the pitching.
I mean, if they need a backup catcher, Jesus Chase or Jesus Chase is probably your best overall or best player
Did
there.
I feel like this player did go already? Did Delaney Haynes go already? Doesn't
Um,
look like.
Delaney Haynes. What position?
They're a pitcher.
Oh,
Oh, but they're a
okay.
45 accuracy, 77. Let's look at some of the best. It's long for this, but
Froggy, you can just as soon as you put your cuts in your team sheet, put. Oh shoot, this might be tough. I'd take a look at my team roster. So I don't know if this is possible. I would copy and paste. So like, if you can see, if you want to take a look at the Mythic team roster, like I'm gonna cut a Hefty Power Slide, Command copy, and then just put it below like the copy traits thing, so that way you can be like, and then just like highlight your player's name red, and that way you can kind of go through and pick out what is getting.
All right, for the 16th pick here in the third round, the Knights are going to select Shiny Carry. R-E center fielder. All right, and that puts the Retrievers back on the clock. We are closing in here the last 8 picks of the draft. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great stream. I think this has gone pretty well. We've had a fair bit of trading. We've had a bit of surprise at the top of the draft, and really kind of felt a lot of shakeouts through the rest of the evening. Jerry Horn going first overall. I don't think anyone really foresaw that coming, early in the week. Also, sorry for the internet problems. Been popping in and out, but might have stabilized somewhat here. Let's see. So I'll put this to you right now, Shag. What do you think has been like the biggest value pick in the draft? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think it's the Sonics and getting Hazeldine there, kind of top third of the second round?
It's interesting. So, going back through the draft, I think the Unicorns getting Quincy Schaefer at 19. That was a steal. I think the Astros, who have jumped me twice, Alani Pushups was an awesome pick in the second round, A- rated pitcher. Same with the Lumberjacks taking Tate Martinez. Martha Conrad for the Unicorns, also a great pick. Had Martha Conrad mocked them in the first round because they needed a catcher so desperately, and that was my preferred catcher because the arm was pretty outstanding. I think Conrad's a great pickup for the Unicorns in round 2. Klippenstein, I mean, it depends if you're going to play him at first base, but there's no denying Klippenstein's an amazing bat. Brinley Trickster is the last A- rated player that was not a first baseman slash DH. So I think that was a great pick for the Cyclones there. Again, Merritt and Praline going second round, pick 21 in second round, pick 23 to the High Rollers and Serpents. Two very good bats again.
All right, the Skulls are on the clock and have requested the best bat, and
pure best bat.
That looks like it might be Aiden McGuire.
Take a look here. Best overall bat. Blackwell got picked. My best overall bat, did he get picked? Ashton Brock got picked, correct?
Who?
Smoke Lowry. Did Smoke Lowry get picked?
Doesn't look like it.
Smoke Lowry is my best overall bat.
Got Smoke Lowry 48, 97, 67.
I didn't include speed into my bat.
Okay, so just 48, 97 left. Got
Smoke Lowry is also the best if you do include speed.
Okay. McGuire 83, 52.
I have McGuire as the Fifth best bat when you include speed. Without speed, I have Aguirre at still the fifth best bat. Did he say positionally what he needs?
No, he just said go best bat. Let me just do this.
Nikolai Prince and Kale Muscles are also switch hitters. But Smoke Lowry, I would say, is the best bat.
I'll post them here. Ask him which one.
It's
He's
tough
typing.
because it's first base, first base. Everybody's a first base. Basically all it is.
He wants Aiden McGuire.
Yeah. So
Right?
McGuire, the off-speed hitter, plays nice. 83 power, 52 contact. 51 speed. Doesn't struggle at anything. Good outfield replacement, off-speed hitter. It's a pretty solid pick.
Right? And that takes us to the Stingers.
See, I'm shocked he hasn't been picked. Did I miss something? Is Corbin Prince still on the board?
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it.
It stinks because his first base is secondary, so you'd have to upgrade his secondary. But I mean, that's a great defensive replacement.
Okay, Stinger's pick is in. It is Nikolai Prince.
It's a good bat right there. First base.
Another switch hitter. That was another one of
hitter.
my switch hitting people towards the end of the draft I really liked. How son of a gun.
That's also an interesting. Did I miss did Perla Perry get drafted?
Yes, Perla Perry got drafted to the Knights. No. I picked someone else. Sorry, Shiny Carey. So Perla Perry should still be available. Sorry. Getting confused. I was never great with names anyway.
Too many names.
All right, walkers are on the board. Last pick for the walkers. What name were you just saying? Perla Perry? Oh, yeah, right there at the top. 69, 56, 72, 39, 87.
Big hack.
So yeah, kind of looking at things that are left around. Corbin Prince, Perla Perry, Bingo Moody got the whiffer though. Shell Schultz, Terry.
Woody Terry was somebody I identified early on before this draft as a late round pick, and I'm kind of shocked he hasn't been taken. 25 fields, not great, but
there's still one more guy that I had identified as kind of a good player that is still there.
Does he play second base?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Let's see. The pick is in for the Walkers. It is Evelyn Woodward. Sorry. Catcher.
C-rated.
52, 75, 35, 56, 74. That's still a pretty good catcher. 56, 74.
Shocking C rating. Not even a C plus for that? That's not a bad player. I mean.
All right. And we move on to the Lumberjacks. Oh, there's a trade going on here towards the end of the draft. Someone really liking someone who's still hanging around here. It's getting some value.
Wouldn't be shocked if it's one of the players we've named.
Is there any pitcher really worth getting back into? Got Calderon here, 184 overall, but the 42 accuracy.
Makes them not fun.
It's lower accuracy. Delaney Hayes could be worth a flyer. 64, 68, 45. Arthur Freeman, I feel like it's in the reverse 31, but 65, 76 composed. That could be a strong. That could be like a first off the board, potentially in free agency if someone doesn't pick him here in the last 4 picks.
Yeah. I could see that.
But then once you get past those guys, it's kind of.
I would take a fly. I mean, Delaney Hayes and Guy Calderon. You could take flyers on. The accuracy's not great, but it's better than taking like a bungalow with a 29 or. There's some pretty poor accuracy players.
No one's going to take a flyer on Kyrie Proctor, 99 overall.
I mean, that might be one of the worst players I think we've ever seen.
I mean, that's worse than Horizon back in the extra days of the minor leagues. Horizons would be like 105, they'd be 35, 35, 35. Yeah, so that'd be 105. So yeah, that is literally worse than. Oh, we've got a trade, and it's involving players as well. Interesting, interesting. So the Lumberjacks will receive the Monstars Season 12 third rounder, which they just got from me, and which the Liberty just got from me, and they're sending to the Lumberjacks.
And it's Liberty and
Lumberjacks. The Liberty will end up receiving the pick here, 321, and Fernanda Cummings.
I just traded Fernanda Cummings.
Huh?
I just traded Fernanda Cummings from the Mythic, so she's moving twice this offseason.
Oh, okay. I was afraid something else had happened. All right, so Liberty pick up this pick, Fernanda Cummings, in exchange for the Monstars S12 third and Gorgo Bree.
So tell me the picks. Liberty's 321. Liberty get 321.
Yep.
Lumberjacks get what?
Monstars Season 12 third rounder.
Season 12 third. Okay.
All right, so the Liberty sneak back in here at the trail end. What shall the Liberty do? They want a second baseman. They want Franklin Sullivan.
That's a good pick. So what was the trade that sent that pick from you to the Liberty?
So I never gave you that one, did I? Or I think you had sent away. So I gave the Liberty the Monstars Season 12 third rounder, the Bombers Season 13 third rounder to get 314 from the Liberty just a while ago.
Okay. And then the Bombers get 313?
It was 314.
Who owned that pick?
Looks like that was initially the Quacks, so yeah.
I mean, those really don't matter because we're about to delete that anyway. 314, I don't care.
Hold on.
Monstars.
There's apparently a tornado in my area. What?
Lord. Liberty get Monstars Season 12 third. God, you have too many picks in Season 12. So Liberty get 321 via Lumberjacks. So Liberty get Lumberjacks season.
So pretty good bat there. The fielding is strong, but the arm is not great. So maybe a little bit of work, maybe a camp or two over time, but really a bat. I mean, that's what the Liberty need. They need bats.
They do.
All right, so we go back to the Stingers, our final 3 picks here.
The Lumberjacks.
Let's pick. And we'll work on getting all of these trades that happened during the draft into the roster uh, announcement channel maybe later on tonight or maybe tomorrow, depending on what the weather's like around me. Didn't know it was supposed to be stormy.
Liberty get Quacks.
All right.
Liberty get Bombers. Season 12.
The Stingers
The year's
select
sold out.
Chance Friendly pitcher. One of those lower velocity but good on the back end players. An elite changeup, so that works. The 70, 77 junk, 67 accuracy. So I think that's a good player to kind of have as a replacement if someone did bad last year, just to kind of refresh the bullpen or something. Yeah, free agency will go by like what the non lottery rounds will be. So like worst record.
So we are going to do it that way?
Yeah, that's how the free agency will work. Okay, so penultimate pick here is the Serpents. He gave me a last pick list here. I was hoping some of them were going to be available. Let's see. So Ashton Brock is gone. Legend Blackwell is gone. But this player still might. And they are. They will pick Smoke Lowry.
Pick. Oh my God.
First baseman. Right. Pretty good bat here at the very end. 48, 97, 67. Bit of a, basically maybe a pinch hitter or DH kind of player. And we close things off with the Express. I don't think they are here. Give them a ping anyway. Last pick, Mr. or Mrs. Irrelevant. Set the clock here. Kind of slowed down there towards the end. We were making a lot of trades, but averaged about a little bit under a round per hour. Not too bad, I think.
Thought it was pretty solid. Probably about what we'd expect.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of gained back in the third round once they kind of saw how the board was falling and what was remaining value-wise. And I think a lot of people found some value and kind of improved upon some places that they needed and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so I'm assuming that the Express aren't going to be around. So what do we do for them for an auto select?
Are they already out of a manager?
Huh?
Are they already out of a manager?
No, I don't think so, because he's responded. I think just maybe some timing or just something came up. So he was definitely around, but I think just something popped up. So not worried there. Give him Corbin Prince. That's the best overall, or like Calderon pitcher. We already gave him one of each. We gave him a pitcher in the first round, gave him a bat in the second round. So, Foster Express. Let's see. From an overall standpoint, wow, they're 17th positionally, 10th pitching. So I mean, argument I guess can be made either or. have some replacement. Like Camilla Keller can go away. Ed Reyes. So then they've got one Caldwell, 157 Ira Jimenez. I think either way, we go is like fair. I don't know. What do you think, Jag?
What do they need? That's kind
I
of.
mean,
I'm willing to bend it. It's the last pick. Who cares?
they could go either way. Honestly, I mean, they have some lower score. Like, they have lower overall bats. Like they've got Mila Keller that could be replaced, Ned Reyes that could be replaced, Alessandro Gillespie that could be replaced, but they also have like Ira Ramirez at 157, Trout Caldwell at 148. We've already done one bat, one pitcher, so I don't know what the right thing to do here. Their center field, can't remember. That's not where what's her face played. She was first base, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, first.
Edwin Valenzuela.
So they got Valenzuela in center field. 63, 83, 69, 62,
Their
68.
center field is set. They don't need a center fielder.
Okay.
Left field could use an upgrade, but at the same time, that might just be what they have. I would say they're good on the outfield for now. First base, they're good. DH, they're good. Second base, what are they? What's available for a second baseman?
Bingo Moody, 58, 67, 45, 85, 52. Does have whiffer.
Stinks.
The best pitcher, Guy Calderon, 184. Haynes at 177. Seam.
I say go pitchers, the safest route. Just
Okay.
go. They don't really have scholarly.
You're saying like Freeman if they don't have scholarly, that's a discipline?
Yeah, they're a big discipline team. I'd say go Freeman. I think that's a fair pick for them.
All right. That will conclude the draft. Arthur Freeman, the last guy off the board for the Express, and that will conclude it. 72 picks, all taken care of. And now we've got to at least accumulate or set our 22-man rosters. I think that is a better idea. So I'll, maybe not tonight, but I'll send out a message in the Discord about telling people to have a 22-man roster set. So include, like, make sure their signings and their drops are done by maybe Thursday night or maybe Friday night. And then we have free agent open. Now we could do Thursday, so we have like Friday, Saturday, Sunday open agency. Not that it should take those 3 days, but something along those lines. I think that's the best way to get things done.
I would agree with that.
But that's going to be it for tonight. We had a great turnout. We had just about almost every manager come on. We had a really good attendance rate. One of the best we've had in a long time. We had most of the managers pop up at one point or another, so that's been really great. Really excited to get season 11 underway. Got some great new players to insert into the league and find out who can take the Super Series here in season 11. Thank you, Shag, for joining me, and thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And I will see you all next time. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, y'all.